want to close out this segment over here and talk about the true monster in the house when it comes out to survey research problems. There's several of them out over here. On one side, you have the rich qualitative techniques that we have. You can have some data, especially based upon some of the research of the primary research and also the secondary research. There's an awful lot of good data out there, especially when you start tapping into big data, although you have some fallible problems with it as well. On the other side, you have powerful analytic techniques such as conjoint that promise actionable but limited insight. So you go this far, but you're not capturing the entire core of what you're really looking for. A lot of large-scale efforts just simply won't survive. And if you have small, bite-sized surveys, they're going to actually flourish. So it depends on what you're doing. But the true monster in the house coming up on us right now in the world of research is AI, artificial intelligence. It's going to be out there and it's going to dominate things. It's going to be able to burrow into a lot of secondary data that you really don't have access to today or know how to tap into. And eventually you'll be able to bore into it and get some super primary data on people. And a lot of it, they don't even want you to have. But AI, it'll be really a plethora of information in the next decade because of the fact it's out there, it's new, it has the ability to bore in already existing data. So my prediction on some of the issues out there today is going to fall by the wayside with the use of AI in your research. You'll have to pay fees for it to actually get the data, but they'll be able to dive into a lot of personal data that a lot of people don't want you to sit down and have, but it's sitting out there anyway. And we'll see legislation coming up to try to regulate that monster, but that really is going to be the true monster in the house. But the other part is, in the meantime, you figure out how you can capture that monster by diving into artificial intelligence and using it for your benefit while you can. The biggest problem out there, the other monster in the house besides AI, the one that we've been facing for years is always this non-response bias, the Achilles heel of quantitative research. People just don't want to respond. We're so bombarded. I mean, you go into the doctor's office, you get a survey afterwards that says, just, how was your visit? Did you like the receptionist? Did you like this? Did you like the fact the doctor took a scalpel and chopped off a wart off your foot? Was it very painful? And the scalpel, I mean, they have all kinds of stuff and everything else they're going to ask you questions on. So you have that. And then you go into Best Buy. Then you get a survey from Best Buy. I see you purchased a large screen TV. I don't want to answer your questions. If I have a question, I'll call you. But it's not that way. We are bombarded so much by questions, by people looking for research, people looking for follow-up, people trying to sit down how they can suck more money out of your pocketbook. Okay, that's what they're after. So the reality of it's so far out there, and then you come along and you want some too. Okay, it's all part of what's called business. The reality of the non-response problem, okay, people don't want you to sit down. They're not at homes. How do you conquer that aspect of it? You need to reduce your non-response rate and improve the response rate. So figure out how to do that. So a couple things, I encourage you to pay attention to the medium. At this moment, the two I'm looking at really is SMS questionnaires, and the other one is tapping the unknown potential for artificial intelligence. Okay, but out here, not strictly related to response rate, but the risk goes greater as the rate goes lower. You want to make certain your response rate, if you can, you always want it to be up 50% and above. Now, to be straight with you, if it's a telephone survey, you are not going to be able to come close to that. Even mail in its best day is 30 to 40%. So if you can pull off a 50% response rate, you are a genius and you will be king of the research world. So try to figure out how you can accomplish that. And if you find a tool for that for your business and have appealing questions that are short, sweet, simple, fast, and have a reward rate for it, you're going to be able to get a good solid response rate from your potential consumer and actually prepare your business for future success. As they drop below 50%, you have that whole thing, the estimate, the limit of the non-response rate really starts falling apart. You're going to have a difficult time because you really don't know what your numbers are going to be. So another reason is that qualitative, in other words, that primary research is actually better than quantitative, which is what the secondary research is all about. So getting that personal focus group, there's a lot of merit to that. So think about your ability as to what you want to have accomplished. If you're going to use a questionnaire, it's one thing. If you're going to go face-to-face in a focus group, all of a sudden now you have the response rate, but you have to sit down and take the time out and the cost out to do that. So figure out how you want to handle that. Improving response rates, provide notifications for people that you're going to be having this over here. And if you do this, that is going to happen. Give them some heads up on it. Give them some type of financial or non-financial motivation. Give them a reason for wanting to be there. We're going to have pizza, not just any kind of pizza. We're going to have this over here. We're going to have this. Give them a reason to come to your aspect of it. Give them a $50 gift certificate. That's what is needed. Regardless, you want to sit down and maximize the rewards for them and minimize their costs, but make certain you have the ability to sit down and answer the questions that you want them to answer for you. Follow-ups, callbacks, if it's by telephone, if you want to do that, especially if it's been a successful aspect that they spend $100 in your store and you call back. Hi, we see that you purchased this item over here. We have a gift certificate. If you want it, if you could answer the following 4 questions for us. Okay, so you have something like that. Callbacks, use multiple callbacks. A lot of times it's the cost per callback relative to the dangers with the non-response. If you're trying to call me back on the survey, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to probably block your number. So you'll change your number and the whole thing. So that whole thing, I'm going to still block it. So the callbacks depends on the consumer. Okay, sometimes you get so sick and tired of people calling, you just start blocking everything and not responding. The not at homes, the initial attempt differ from those that are present. It's going to depend on the present, that they're older, more sedentary, less likely to be employed, married. Those are the people that tend to answer the phone. And that is probably not the market you're always looking for, because you're looking for people that have spendable income, especially if they've not had your product or your service before. So it's going to depend what your market is out there. Keep in mind the number of generations. There's at least 4 solid generations out there, typically in the workplace at any point in given time. And you have really 2 more generations out there that are probably in the retirement phase. So you have 6 generations of marketability out there. So make certain you're looking at to what's out there and how can I reduce the not at homes. Even though you have people retired, it doesn't mean they want to be bothered by you. I'm sorry, you might have an interesting product, interesting service, but they may not want to be bothered because they're busy. Yes, retirees get busy too. So don't think you have a guaranteed market with that group as well. So pay attention. You want to reduce the response rate, the not at homes, as best you possibly can. Sometimes subsampling of the non-respondents and tense follow-up with a different methodology. You didn't get a response rate over here. Well, let me try this over here. Let me try this over here. That's where your creativity as a researcher is going to come in handy. Trend analysis, early versus late, mail, email, web. It's a certain application. Have a different aspect of it. Text. Look out there. Sometimes you wanted to sit down and get a professional involved because you're pulling your hair out because of the non-response rate. It depends what you're looking for, what product and service you're out there, but you want to make certain that you do all you can to reduce this non-response bias. Find ways to deal with it, and if you can pull off getting a response rate anywhere as close to 50%, your research base is as good as gold, and you're on the right track each and every single time. Take care.